obvious now. No matter what I did, they were the two panthers that definitely gonna die. And I've tried to save Supreme a lot of times, but we don't have Bubba in here as well. So yeah, these are bonded panthers, unfortunately. And one of my caravans back. They're all my bonded panthers kind of dying, which kind of sucks because like they've got training and shit. Like Nymph doesn't have much, Alistair doesn't have much. My two rhinos, I kind of want them dead, but they're mostly just breeding food at this point. But like I have certain ones that I care a lot about, and Supreme's been with us for a very, very long time, but it was not one of the originals. I honestly don't know who my original panther was, but I feel like Supreme was one of my last identifiable original ones. Trixie could be. Not you, not Meso. Meso's pretty new. I feel like Trixie's young. Trixie's 3. I got any that are old? Hugger and Bubba. I don't know if I bought Bubba. But Hugger should be an original. No, Bubba. Wow, okay. Hugger is Bubba's son. Daughter is... Oh, okay, so what? Bubba, Hugger, then Supreme. Wow, okay. Hold up. Let's take a look. No, bring that back. Yeah, okay, Bubba might be one of my oldest panthers at the moment. Oldest living panthers at this time. So that's kind of wild. I turned a little late. Had to go take care of Ani's cats after Blood Moon ended. It's alright. You'd missed a hell of a battle. Repeated several times over. I think we did this like, I don't know, maybe 5-6 times. There was a few people that died, but there was a couple of panthers that no matter what I did, kept dying. And the only thing was Bubba survived. I think Bubba could very well be one of my original panthers. He's like 16. I'm not seeing any, like, I'm not seeing any parents above him. I'm seeing, like, grandkids. I'm seeing daughters. I'm not seeing anybody above him. But yeah, Supreme died. And yeah, Hugger, I think, is the next oldest one. So saving Bubba was the right option in the long run, even if it meant losing Supreme. And Bellboy was going to go regardless, but we lost Willow as collateral. But the collateral difference was that my people didn't die. No person actively died as a result of this battle. Dorcia survived. I want to know what the fuck was up with Roll. Roll was completely invisible to the mechs. She literally was next to them. They attacked her once. The only reason why I think they attacked her is I think she punched them first and then chased after them. Aside from that, she was able to walk around in the battle and nobody gave a shit. She was like she was invisible. I've got to remember her for next time. I got to test that theory next time. But like, undergrounder, pyromaniac, psychopath. The only thing I can think of is the psychopath part and the fact that she has armor. But nothing else made any sense. Also, for the love of God, somebody clean this place. Holy shit. There's going to be so many people that are not okay. Yeah, that's really all that kind of happened since you were gone. We had a few different outcomes where, like, the electricity blew up here at one point and burnt a cat. That cat ended up getting set on fire. Sorry, where am I? That cat ended up getting struck by lightning in here instead, so I guess that cat was gonna die anyway. One of my doors got broken up here. We had animals trying to disappear because somebody left the fucking doors open with cloth. Now I've got, like, all my hauling animals are in here. Unfortunately, I don't want them in there, but that's what they are. Manatee, instead of that, can you pull lamp so I can shut these doors? I can't pull anybody from above me. Campbell, mate, can I get you to pull Tony? Yeah, I called in my allies, and this time I didn't shoot them or anything, so that's nice. But yeah, we had a 47 Scyther battle, and I guess the ultimate outcome is it went well. Not as well as it probably could have, but also not as bad as it could have. So that's that. And if nobody dies, come on, Lasagna, don't bring down the tree. You're in the caravan. Of course. Yeah. Can you rescue him? Dali's right here. I'll get him to tend in a second. Yeah, so if nobody dies, I will be up by 2 colonists in total because I took 3 prisoners and Fur died at the beginning of tonight. So between that and Supreme and Willow and Bellboy, I've had a few, like mostly Panthers and 1 colonist. Alright, can you tend to... I know Tyran can do it. Tyran's medical and shit. You are a tiny bit further down, and Dali is like... they're equal. Either one would have been fine, you know. They choose the targets when they begin their assault, and only change target randomly if someone else gets much closer whilst they're in their move to target phase rather than their attack target phase, or you attack them, also resets the AI. You change target if they can't find a path to their original target. Okay, so this is where roll proved that a little bit questionable. So roll, the fuck was that? Holy shit. Jay, thank you for the fucking sub. Holy crap, that scared the ever-loving shit out of me. They're done with the ad jail for good. Just remember to refresh your page to remove it though. Holy crap. Yeah, some of my fucking subscribes and raids and shit scare the ever-loving shit out of me, I swear. Because I'm not expecting them to happen ever, right? And they don't give me any like prompt before they happen. Unlike when you guys redeem stuff, I can often see it as it's coming up or about to come up, depending on like the lag and shit. But yeah, thank you for the fucking sub. And yeah, no more ads for you. Oh man. No, I appreciate that. I noticed lately that apparently I'm getting what do you call it? Like my interface stuff tells me I've had subs, but it's not displaying that I'm having subs. So I don't know if things are happening and they're not displaying or not going off, but it's good to see that one go off because I haven't seen one go off for a bit. And I was worried that maybe it was broken and it wasn't notifying me, because I always want to say thank you when somebody does actually, you know, take the time to, you know, sub. But if it doesn't tell me, I don't know, and I can't say thank you and I can't give appreciation and stuff. So yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. Also, the stallion has come back and we don't take back seas in this colony, so it's going to die. There's also an orange horse, so it's going to die too. And I'm going to try to tame the other ones. I do need the meat, but once it comes in, if I already have that many of them, they'll auto-cull it. It'll be great. You know. So we should raid you a lot, just jump scare you. I mean, you can. Often when that goes off, like my brain does a full reset and I just sit here like... Because the music plays and I like the music. Like, I set up all the music and the visuals and all that stuff, right? So when the music plays, I get confused for a moment because I think that a song has started playing on my computer. And then I realize that it's a raid. And then I realize that there's people coming into my stream. And I'm just like, yeah, my brain takes like a hot minute to like sort out all this information and stuff. I also do forget, and I often forget this. Hold on. I forget that shout outs are a thing. I don't not shout out people on purpose. I just legitimately forget that it's a thing that exists. Because, like, I do get rated occasionally, but, like, I don't get rated a lot. And my brain doesn't automatically think to do this. So, yeah. But, yeah, when I remember, I try to do it. I try to do the thing. They could have subbed while you're offline. They can do that, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't say that it was on a stream or connected to a stream or something if it's done outside of it. I'm not sure, because sometimes I do come back and my activity feed says that like a sub's happened or something like that and I've been offline, and I'm like, that's fine. Like, obviously somebody's wanted to sub discreetly offline, or, you know, as a surprise for later or something like that. But like now and then, like my activity feed like flickers and glitches, and then I'm expecting to see something, but nothing actually happens. And I'm worried that that's when it's doing it. God, I love when those things die. They sound so funny. Yeah, I get worried that they could be trying to appear but failing to display. that's my concern anyway. Instead of tending to them, could you rescue them, please? It'd be much better to take them to a hospital so that they're not laying down. But yeah, anyway, where the attack went was up here. Okay, so they came in here. Roll was standing right here. Lincoln was about to come out the door, and Dorsey was about here. Okay, and I got Roll to stay in the door. They chased down and attacked Dorsey. He went down. They immediately came over and attacked this door most of the times that I went again. And I had Roll standing down here, and I got her to kind of run away, and they ran sort of after her, but they weren't attacking her. They just kind of like, what are you doing, Asora? Those are my earrings. Leave those alone. They just kind of like, I don't know. They'd walk in and then walk straight back out, even though she was standing here, right? And so then they'd run over here, and this was open, and this was open, and I got somebody to remove the cloth out of this part here. So then they ran all the way in, and then they decided in most cases to run back out and run around and then come all the way through to here. In some cases, they decided to break these two doors. And in a couple of cases, a couple of them ran around the corner. I tried this a few times because we had some like huge major like failings and bleeding outs and deaths and all sorts of shit going on. So I'm like, surely it should be possible to do this. Also, they're all sleeping in the heat, and I now realize I haven't actually switched on my air conditioners again. I need to do that. They also don't look like they have power, so that's another issue, but if I can get them chilled out, they'll be alright. That's all my air conditioners along here. Let's get them on. That should help a tiny bit. I think I have air conditioners in here too. It'll be okay. I just need to find who's a medical emergency. When I first started streaming, I couldn't tell what the different notifications meant, so anytime one popped up, I'd be like, question marks, what's that? Who's that? What's going on? Oh yeah. Lasagna, how are you a medical emergency? Your blood loss is extreme. You'll be fine, probably. My two viewers were nagging me to play RimWorld, so I thought I'd send them to someone who was playing RimWorld. Well, yeah, no, I've been playing this specific colony of RimWorld, colony of Asora, for like a year and a half IRL at this point, so I've been playing this for a bit. You know, it's been a hot minute. But yeah, no, I get what you mean with like the notifications. I only did like a couple of streams before I sat down and customized a bunch of them. It took me kind of like learning where they were, because obviously when you start streaming, like there's a lot of information to learn. Like there's a lot of like interface background stuff depending on which programs you're streaming through. Like I was streaming through Twitch Studio, so a lot of it was like really easy for me. But as far as like, I don't know if I want you guys to go out to this because they should be okay. But as far as like, what do you call it? Getting everything set up, I sat down as soon as I realized that it was a thing. I think after I got my very first person sub to my channel and I realized I had all the generic things on, and I was like, I need to make that custom, because I had watched I'd watched a few people on YouTube that had like their highlights from streaming, like what do you call it, like Shroud, Dr. Disrespect, and Choco Taco and stuff like that. I watched them on YouTube because I never watched Twitch before that, and I'm like, they obviously have these customized, personalized ones. Like the fuck I am is like Shroud and stuff like that. I think that's what it says. I don't know, but like I'm like, okay, well I don't have any like, I can't make sounds. I don't have any like special equipment or something like that to synthesize a sound, or I don't have any programs to like make an art or something like that at the time. And so I'm like, okay, well I'll just find images and find sounds and stuff. And I ended up, I had a program on my phone that allowed me to crop where the like sound started and stopped. And that allowed me to at least like listen to like the section that I wanted. And then from there, I was able to like make a whole heap of different things, which was nice. And then I kind of had to get used to which one applied to what, which wasn't too bad. It's just that, you know, some things obviously don't go off as often as others. And sometimes shit glitches out I don't know why you're out here consuming berries, mate, because, like, you need recreation and you need to sleep. You need a nap, mate. But, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes shit doesn't go off. Like, some of the subs don't go off. Sometimes the raid image doesn't go off, but the raid sound does. Sometimes, same applies to, like, the hype train. Sometimes the sound goes off and the image doesn't show. Sometimes it wants to show two separate things, like I've made it across two different platforms and it wants to show both particular activities at the same time, so then we just end up with like a jumbled mess and stuff. So yeah, it's all like a lot, but I don't know, it's kind of fun when you like personalize it for yourself, because then when somebody like experiences what it is that you like or have on your like personalizations and stuff, kind of makes it feel more like you. Like, I've seen at least one person get raided. It was a Fun Pimps raid, so people that do 7 Days to Die raided somebody, and they obviously maybe didn't get like a lot of followers, or they celebrated every follower they got like a lot, and that's cool. But when you have like a few hundred people trying to follow you in like a quick succession after a raid, they were unable to talk for like 10 minutes while they were celebrating every single follow, and it got to a point where I think people were leaving because they were overdone seeing like the activity of the sound going off. And I'm like, I'm waiting to see like what they were doing with their game and what they're like, how they sort of take the raid and stuff like that, because I was raided out from it and stuff. And I'm like, I want to see this kind of thing. But after a while, even I was like, I can't. I'm like, I've lost the enthusiasm of coming from the raid, and I want to support them, but like, I can't stand to listen to this anymore. And off I went, kind of thing. But that happens too. And you guys shouldn't be tied up there. I know they keep getting tied up because we keep having doors open. This is fine for the moment. Exotic goods trader, please be one that's flying overhead. Finally. Okay, well, this is nice to have it overhead, and I just need to find somebody in the area that's healthy that can do a sale. Lincoln could maybe do a sale. There's gotta be somebody better than him. Tofu Land Barnes. This is true. The first 10 seconds after a raid, the most important. The first minute after, you got to get people hooked, or they'll just immediately leave lurk. The other thing too is it's always nice to like greet people and welcome them in and like ask what they've been up to and stuff. But the people that are coming in that are raided, they don't know you, and quite frankly, they don't give two fucks about you, because they were there to watch and support the other streamer that they're watching. So in most cases, like, it's great to welcome people in and like have that moment and stuff, but then you kind of like got to quickly get back on and pick back up to what you're doing, or otherwise people be like, oh, well, I have no like affiliation to this person. Well, I'd love to support my streamer that I came in with. I kind of am not interested and I'm going to move on, sort of thing. And like, even just being aware of that, it's not always possible to be entertaining. And sometimes you get raided in moments where you're like having a heavy shit moment or something like that. Like, sometimes I get raided when I'm in like a 90-minute battle and I'm like, I have the attention span of a flea right now, but I have the enthusiasms there. You know, I just don't have the energy to like switch gears and like change pace kind of thing, because it feels disingenuous to what I was just doing. But at the same time, I want to welcome people and shit. But like, a lot of people are understanding, like, if they're aware of this stuff. But like, if you're not aware of it, if you're a casual watcher and just like enjoyer and stuff, like, it's obviously a little bit more jarring. Dodsworth, can you do talking? For love of fuck, I think I sent everybody that can do talking out of my base, which honestly is not a surprise. All right, let me find somebody that can talk to a trader. A seahorse is here. Oh, you're up here. Okay. A seahorse can do the wait a minute, aunt? Hold up. Did that just say aunt? Yeah, cool. Aunt Securities. Love it. I can call on the aunties. It amuses me somehow. Yeah, no. I need to do a trade with people so bad. I have so much shit around my base. I also need to figure out if one of my people has still got a fucked back, you know? And designed a little raid alert that makes dancing jellyfish pop up. That'd be nice. I like the jellyfish concept. I recently got a kit of matching graphics to do alerts and stuff with a jellyfish theme. Yeah, I don't know. Little jellyfish should be very like. I don't know. I'll have to have a look at that. I'll have to come over and have a look. Only ever been rated once, but yeah, it's way fun. I think the thing is, like, if you're new to streaming and stuff like that, like, some people will raid you, like, indiscriminately, and some people will raid you because you are a small channel, or, I don't know, raiding's all kinds of things. Like, some people raid for the chance to show off to, like, a bigger streamer and stuff like that, may have like a lot of viewers or something like that, in hopes of like being interested. Some people raid because it's just like they look interesting and fun and you want to share that. And yeah, there's like heaps of ways to like do raids. And I think the thing is, like, it's nice when people do raid. I don't raid enough. Some of it is like I want to get time to kind of get to see another community and get to see what they're about, and I don't know, just take my time kind of like being a watcher and knowing what they're about. Like, I will raid people that I don't know more often than not because I haven't had time to look into stuff and I would like to send my people somewhere else. Like, I might be having a big conversation and I never know who's here or how many people are here. And so my only thought is, regardless of if I have one person or 20 people, if I raid out and, you know, I take one person or 20 people to wherever I'm going, it's because I like the streamer, or I like the game, or I'm familiar with their content and I want to share them. Like, I've occasionally raided Nate, who does a homesteading videos and stuff, and he literally just has like a camera pointed at his animals and stuff day or night, and like you can go and watch like keep an eye on his animals and stuff. There's literally like no dialogue, there's nothing much going on, but I just like his peaceful environment and stuff. Sometimes I raid streamers and stuff like that because I know I've watched them heaps, I like them, and they're doing a celebration. Like Sylvixen the other week, she was celebrating her 3rd partner anniversary, and I'm like, I had streamed so long with my art stream that I actually got a chance to raid her during the daytime when she streams. So for me, that was exciting because I'm like, I wanted to, that's like the ultimate like celebration, is like, hey, you're celebrating, like, let me bring people in and see you and stuff, you know? Also, Silver is like skilling around on the back of my chair like all hell, as well as my cat, and she is getting pissy because I don't know what the fuck, I think she's like stuck maybe. It's 4:50 a.m, which is 1 hour away from breakfast time, and she cannot deal with that information. So she's like one step away from destroying my chair over it. But she's gotta wait. She doesn't get fed before breakfast time, or she just rips into us at dinner time. I don't have that kind of money, but I don't need to actually buy all these extra animals. I could sell them some animals to get like I don't really need to get plasteel. I could do it. Medicine's fine, advanced components, all those components are great. What else have you got? They got Psychic Shock Lance, I do want that. I am trying to sell them my things. I did have one of these things on one of my battles I took. I don't know where the fuck that went. Maybe it's not in storage. Don't know. I only have been... No, I read that. You need to give them a taste of what you're worth sticking around for. Sure about. The other thing too is if you change games, like I'm a variety streamer, right? So I play different games different days of the week. So it makes it a little bit difficult for people to know, like if they come in for RimWorld, generally speaking, I don't play RimWorld outside of like Tuesdays. Sorry. Except for like that week where I was also playing it on Fridays for just a little bit because I didn't have anything to play on Fridays for that week, so I just went with that. But like, you know, if you're interested in RimWorld, I only play that one day a week sort of thing. So this kind of stuff like affects it too, because, you know, I see some streamers and stuff like that. If I could sell, fuck it, you can take all my yaks. If I see somebody streaming something and I enjoy them playing that game, and then they're not playing that game for ages, it kind of sucks sometimes, because like I enjoyed how they were playing that, or I may not enjoy like the next game and stuff. So that kind of makes it difficult. Like often when people find me on random game night on Wednesdays, that is difficult because random game night is literally me playing any random game, and it's in a rotation, so it may not even come back into rotation until like a couple months time. So that one's really, really difficult. But this is where like more of like the personality and stuff, like I hope that for the most part most people kind of like watch me for my personality, or my avatar. Either is fine, because that means most people will come back for me, not my not whatever I'm playing exclusively. I kind of want that to be purple, but I think that might be too dark. It's not too bad. I kind of want this to be a better color, but I don't know what to do with it just yet. Who's in a major break risk? Marjot, why? What are you doing? Tense pain, ravenously hungry. You're holding on to food. If you go on a food binge because you're holding on to a potato and you're not eating it, that is 100% you. Like, I can't be held accountable for what she does in this moment. You know. I also need to check on my caravans to make sure they're fine for the moment. What else? So when I sent to a new place in a raid, the things that make me notepad immediately are lots of silence, an annoying voice changer or something, and if the stream feels too chaotic, personal preference, but there's tons of stuff happening all the time, I'm out of there. I get that too. If I hop onto a stream and there's like a billion things like floating and spinning and twirling and doing all sorts of stuff, and I have no idea what the fuck I'm supposed to be looking at, and it's making it hard to pay attention to either the stream or the game, I am yeet. I'm back out of there so fast. But then again, I like non-chaotic, peaceful streams though, for the most part. Like I don't mind like listening to a streamer talk about like personal stuff and whatever. I do that myself. I enjoyed listening to it when other people do it, because I like learning about like the person and like their struggles and what they're going through and stuff. But yeah, if it's just complaining, just hardcore bitching or something like that, that's not that enjoyable. Mind you, I have moments where I just complain because I'm like, shit's unfair. You know, life's hard, and I think everybody gets a chance to like have a bitch every so often. I have so much fucking berries over here, like seriously. Is there daylight savings in Australia? Maybe, you know, it's an hour off, lol. No, it's 4:55 a.m. for me. I'm in Queensland, so depending on which state you're in. So Queensland, assuming it's on like normal, I think it's plus 10 hours or something like that. New South Wales can be ahead by an hour or behind by an hour. I think it's ahead by an hour at times. South Australia, I think, is ahead by 30 minutes to Queensland. I think Northern Territory is behind Queensland by 30 minutes, and Perth is behind by 2 hours. So depending on which part of Australia you're in, it can vary widely because Australia's huge. So yeah, no, is the time for me. I only stream till 2 a.m. to clarify to people. I'm not streaming tonight coming, not streaming Wednesday. I need to clean my house and shit tonight, so I've got guests coming over this weekend. But I would normally be streaming random game night tonight, so I decided to stream RimWorld extra long so that I could kind of like enjoy this now, rest up, and then tidy my house and shit, and then not be absolutely knackered for Diablo 2 on Thursdays. Because like sometimes I do get like kind of pretty exhausted by Thursday, especially if Wednesday goes long, you know. What did I miss there? The same 100%. I just glitched out a tree that was chopping in 7 Days to Die, and glitched out, span around, and it had Gmod physics and flung itself 100 miles an hour into edge of the rendered distance. I love that. Look, at least it's not as bad as the glitch tree I got in 7 Days to Die that like ended my entire server. I got a tree that said I could search it like a nest, and it made it that my whole inventory and all my storage boxes were locked, so I couldn't access my inventory, my ammo, food, storage, anything. And it was basically what it was a a tree that had spawned, or a nest that had spawned with the appearance of a tree. So when I hit search, it broke the game. So yeah, be wary of that if you ever see that. That was a few alphas ago though, to be fair. I'm gonna have a comment about raids, but telling you about silly spinning trees seemed funnier. That was pretty funny. Welcome back, Weaver. For your brand, because you're an influencer,